Hi everybody, welcome to All Games New and Old. I am David Rodriguez and today I'm going to be unboxing Circadians Chaos Order. This was a Kickstarter game, but unlike many Kickstarter games where I have to say I'm not even sure what actually I got that is Kickstarter and regular, they were very clear in their Kickstarter that there is not anything in this that is not going to be at the retail thing. It was a really funny Kickstarter thing because I feel like they were constantly saying like you really don't have to back this if you don't want to. So it was a little odd, but you know, you do get a little earlier, so that's cool. And I definitely wanted to check this out and share it with all you wonderful people. So here we have it. This is it takes place in the same universe as Circadians First Light, but it is a different kind of game. Whereas First Light was more like a dice worker placement sort of game where you're trying to build up resources and technologies. This one is more of an area control game where you're actually battling with other players. So let me turn this over. So it's for 2 to 5 players, ages 12 and up, and takes 2 to 4 hours. This is not a short game by any stretch. So it says, Circadians Chaos Order is a competitive, confrontational area control game with highly asymmetric factions. Each faction has unique leaders and attributes, all of which are upgradable within the game. They also have unique buildings to construct and their own personal win condition. This is in addition to the global win condition of controlling all remaining relics on the map. Over the course of up to 6 rounds, players will be researching, constructing buildings, and harvesting resources. They will also be recruiting and moving units, all in an effort to capture the ancient relics, control regions vital to their strategy, and gain enough fame to be crowned the winner of Chaos Order. Here's a little bit of story. The initial quakes were only minor tremors, but as the land began to unravel, so did our sense of security. We watched the cliffs of Hightach fall into the sea, mighty trees of old, swallowed up by the caverns below. As the waters rose, a great roar was heard across the plains. This was no cry of disbelief or heartache, but of jubilance. Songs began to fill the air as our once peaceful hosts now readied themselves for war. Suddenly on the horizon, what appeared as huge bolts of energy shot out into the depths of space before disappearing again. Despite the inevitable shockwave heading our way, the clans continued to cheer as they made haste towards the origin of the blaze. What could cause such elation? Why abandon caution in favor of chaos? Had we missed something, some crucial misunderstanding of this planet and its inhabitants? Upon reaching the site, we were immediately plunged into combat. Across the landscape lay 6 massive structures, towering over the forces fighting below. They seemed to pulse and flicker with a golden haze. Could these be the ancient relics the Uxataya spoke of? There is so much we still do not understand, but we cannot concede to indecision. Will we stay and fight, or retreat back to Moontide? I believe in this game you are staying and fighting. I think if you want to retreat back to Moontide, you just don't play. I'm not sure, but I think that is the case. So, let me get this sucker open, and we'll take a look at the components. Okay. When I backed this, they had their second printing of First Light, so I backed that one too, and they both came at the same time, which is kind of nice. So I've got a lot of Circadians to get into here for sure. But we're going to start here. So, pull this lid off of here. The box is really nice, kind of has like a linen finish to it. It feels awesome. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. There we go. Okay. Here is our rule book. It is 24 pages, has like a quick guide on here on the back. So lots of cool full color pictures, round structure. Looks like a lot of examples, which is great, of course. So I don't know how complicated this is, but when you have asymmetric factions, that can certainly be a thing. So we have the battle examples, which is great because I know you're going to be fighting at least somewhat in this game. I don't know if it's the kind of thing where you can really avoid fights or not, to be honest with you. I think you're going to have to fight at least somewhat. Here's iconography. That's a lot of icons, which, you know, can be fine or could be scary, but we'll see. Hopefully it'll be okay. Okay, got the glossary in the back. That's great. Okay, let's move that to the side. Okay, these are... Okay, so these are some of the different peoples you can play as in this game. So you have the Drayak, the Zicharo, Circadians, which look like kind of the human faction. There's a little picture up here. It's not, I was hoping for a bigger picture of them, although you can see on the cards what they look like. So Oxataya AI, because I think I guess maybe you can play this solo, I'm not sure. Maybe. The Larian. Oh wow, okay. So, I'm not even sure what I'm looking at here. These are like deck boxes, I guess, that you have to build. So I'm hoping that once you do that, there's room in the box for them, because otherwise that would be a little frustrating. But that's fine. It's interesting that you got to build them. I admit I don't love that, but it's not also a big deal to me. So it's, you know, it is what it is. So we're gonna have looks like a lot of different player boards depending on the race you play. Some standees for the different characters or leaders from that race, which is cool. So I mentioned being asymmetric, and I watched a little video on this, just kind of prepare myself. And you indeed have different things that will score you points, and some different buildings and whatnot, which is great. But it's not as completely different as in a game like Root, for instance, where your end goals are totally different, you play totally different. If you know how the base game plays, I believe with this one you can pick up the rules for your specific group of people, which is the kind of asymmetry I generally prefer. I've kind of avoided Root because the idea of trying to be prepared to teach any and all of those different groups is I don't love that, but you know, like I want to play that, but this seems like it might be a little more up my alley here. So there's like a battle dial here that you have to build, and I don't fully understand exactly how it works, but it's supposed to be kind of an interesting mechanism. So I'm really curious to read more about that. It's another battle dial maybe, or it could be part of the same one. I'm not sure. All right, here's like maybe the AI player board. Circadians. I like how like crisp and clean like the lines are on the art. Okay, so this is the board. I'm gonna move this to the side, and we're gonna see. This feels like it's gonna be a big one. So I don't know if I can actually get. Oh boy, yeah. This is. Oh boy. Let me fight with this for 10 minutes while I talk to you. Okay, so I'm gonna have to kind of scroll this across. I think is gonna be the way to do it. So you got one end of the board, and what I understand is like, so this isn't like the map part, we're gonna get to that obviously, but everything that goes on over here with like the building and all that is actually just as important as like fighting over areas on the map, which is cool. I kind of like that. So I'm just gonna kind of scroll this. It's not gonna see everything. There's tracks at the top and bottom, but just so you get an idea of what like the map looks like. It's pretty cool looking, interesting kind of alien world. Big board, no doubt about that. All right, let me get this back up here now, because there's a lot of things to see. So we've got some really big, chunky orange dice. I'm not sure if these are for battle or what. I'm guessing because it has like fists and shields. So seems like likely that is a battle dice. So we have little things to hold standees up, right? So you have these little people or workers that represent your people. And I guess what's kind of cool, so these are like the kind of teal looking guys, is they actually are shaped a little different from each other. So if you have whatever the teal species is, like they actually look a little bit like how the teal people look. So here's the kind of red people. If I can get this up here, they're a little hard to show. So I kind of see what they mean, because this one has that kind of like big flat head, and then if you look at this, they also have that going on. So that's kind of cool. I like that they're not just a different color. I mean, that would have been okay, actually, but I do like that they went ahead and did something a little different with them. These are going to be your human Circadians, I believe. And I'm trying to find more of the different people here, because I'm not sure how many factions there are. I want to say there's 5 or 6, but I probably read it and I don't remember now. But I like this kind of thing because I like that not only are they different from the get-go, but that they're going to upgrade in different ways. So you can get a lot of variety even out of just one group of people, which is cool. It's not just like once you play the humans, you know the humans. Oh, these have, hold on. I just noticed something. The Circadian ones have a big like spaceship kind of thing in there. I don't think the other ones did that I noticed. I might just not have noticed. All right, here's some of these little gray folks. I do not know their names yet, and they have kind of unusual names, so that's just how it's going to be. But there that guy is, if you can see that. They're very small. They're, I don't know if they're actually much shorter than a regular meeple, but they do have, they are like narrower. So we have some of the resources here in the game. I believe these are like crystals that you get, or gems. We have some buildings here. So we have these in a few different colors. So I'm not going to pull out all the different colors of this, but, or things that are similar. I think they're all, like each race has different ones. So there's a few different ones in here. I think my wife will be happy just because there's like a teal color group in here. So she likes that. I don't know if she likes playing them or not. Okay, so I'm not going to go in all different colors buildings that are all basically the same. Okay, so there's these. That's kind of interesting. I don't know if that's supposed to be like a mountain or what, but it kind of looks like that. Like you lay it flat and then there's a mountain on them. Don't know. We have a bag of lightning bolts, which I'm sure is probably energy. That's cool. And, oh yeah, and then there's these things, which I'm guessing are like the things that one of the things that you're trying to do is control all of them. So that's one of the win conditions. So that's kind of neat. Those are big chunky things. And then we've got some cards over here. So let me see if I can get into these and take a look at the cards. Okay. So I'm guessing that there's specific ones for each group of people. They all look very distinct, which I think is really nice. I think these might be like cards for the specific leaders. Because none of them are like basic troop, it's all a named person. And there's these which, I don't know if when you get into these if they are specific towards groups or if they are, I mean they have like people on them, but they could be for everybody, I'm not sure. Okay, and then we have these smaller cards here. Which I'm curious what this is. Got intel, lots of intel for various groups. Sourceful, these might be skills perhaps. Sound like mobile, seclusive, expeditious, so that's interesting. So that's it. That's pretty much everything for Circadians Chaos Order. It looks really intriguing to me. I hope that my wife enjoys it. I hope if she does, we get other people to play it too, because I have a feeling this is a game that's going to be best when you get to higher player counts, but we'll probably be playing it 2-player first anyway. But anyway, that is Circadians Chaos Order. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have, please hit like and subscribe and click the little bell icon so you can know about the next time I put out a video. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you all around the table again at All Games New and Old. Bye. If you liked that video, I think you might also enjoy this one.
Or this one.
Please hit this little button to subscribe so you can see all our future videos as they come out.
We'll see you around the table.
Bye.
Bye.